Double chocolate bread pudding. I love bread pudding, love it. But I gotta tell you, even if you're not into bread pudding, just if you are into chocolate, check into the Double Chocolate Bread Pudding Hotel. Because it's really good. You should try it. And then maybe you could tell me if it's the best thing I ever made. I'm gonna get working on the really easy custard here. It's a typical custard. You've got your eggs, start adding in some love, a little bit of chocolate syrup, a regular old Hershey's. This is double chocolate bread pudding. Add a little pinch of salt, kind of brings out the sweetness. Some brown sugar, some cinnamon, a little bit of fresh nutmeg. Now it's time to add in the milk. And then let's just talk about the bread part. Croissants and cinnamon raisin bread. Usually, bread pudding is made from day-old whatever bread. My recipe does not require day-old bread because when I want my double chocolate bread pudding, I want it now, and I'm not gonna wait a day. Every once in a while, I'll order these par-baked croissants, and I leave them in my freezer. And croissants, flaky, buttery, perfect for a bread pudding. Cut them all down to size into about 1-inch chunks. Look at that. Come on. It already has everything you want in it. I'm using cinnamon raisin bread. 2 reasons. 1, it was in the fridge at the time. And 2, it's got the raisins, which harkens me back to my favorite bread pudding, which is down at Mother's in New Orleans. And it's got a swirl of cinnamon. So I'm getting like 2 ingredients in one. I'm gonna sprinkle over some of my chocolate chips. It's just chocolate, 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 which is good. And this is the most important part, if you ask me. It's not pour and go. It's pour, press, press, pour, press, press, press. Let it soak up. Give it like 10 minutes. And it's time to make the topping. You cannot leave this soft because it really adds lots of crunch and flavor. So the topping is really easy. It's just flour, butter, sugar, pecans. And now this is the kicker. This is flaky sea salt for texture and for the salt content. Kind of squish everything together. Just sprinkle it over the top of the custard, get it into the oven. It's time to make some whipped cream. Bourbon, that is. Oh, yeah. You have to have bourbon whipped cream. I'm gonna add in some heavy cream. I'm aerating, it's gonna create volume, and that creates whipped cream. Add in a little bit of sugar. Add in some bourbon. They say you're not supposed to cook with it if you wouldn't drink it. I need a little bit more. All right, so there you have it. Best thing I ever made? Check. Deserves a red plate. When I was growing up, we had 1 red plate. To eat off that 1 red plate, you're pretty special. And when I do something good, I serve myself on a red plate. Oh, the smells. It's just the toasted pecan smell and the cinnamon. I do a huge dollop of my bourbon whipped cream right over the top. This is the best part. When you eat it fresh out of the oven, you put that whipped cream on it, and the whipped cream just starts to melt and cascade over the side there. It's so good.